I love your channel, Matt, but I think you've overcomplicated this. The answer to your question is that the height of the cylinder is equal to its radius. Let me show you. It is all about balance. If we take a very narrow cylinder, it only takes a very small amount of movement to knock it over. If I take a much deeper cylinder, then for quite a large amount of the angle, it will tip back up, and somewhere around here is the balance point where it will tip the other way. Many commenters are concerned about momentum. However, when we consider this over the long term with the average of many throws, we can actually ignore momentum, because on average it's going to balance out. Half the time it's going to have momentum in one direction, half the time it's going to have momentum in the other, and on average we can simply ignore it and look at the balance point of the die. And we need to find the correct position where one third of the time it's going to fall one way, one third it's going to fall back on the edge, and one third it's going to fall the other way. Given 180 degrees of position it might land in, it's clearly going to be 60 degrees one way, 60 degrees the other, and 60 degrees the third. We are looking for positioning our cylinder so that it is at an angle of 60 degrees when it's just at the cusp between falling on its face or falling on its edge. I'll show that in a diagram. So this is our ideal cylinder where the thing is balanced at that 60 degree angle. So let's put some dimensions into this. In the middle of this diagram, it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Can you see it? So if the radius is 1, the depth of the cylinder is also 1, and that's the point at which it is perfectly balanced. So 1/3 of the time it will fall to the left, 1/3 of the time it will fall to the center, and if it's tipped the other way, 1/3 of the time it's going to fall to the other side. We've taken momentum out of this, that doesn't matter. So there we have our solution for our three-sided die. We need the radius of the cylinder, to be equal to the height of the cylinder.